Hi, last day I made a video on Venus, debilitated and exalted and all. How you can fetch money by Venus exalted and all. So today about dresses and attire. How will you understand whether a person is having good Venus or bad Venus? A person who is having good Venus, it does not matter that everybody who is having Venus exalted or everybody who is having Libra Venus or Taurus Venus will have same choice about their clothes, because someone may have Taurus Venus in 10th, someone may have Taurus Venus in 5th, someone may have Taurus Venus in ascendant. So everybody is different, but even then, if someone's Venus is strong in a positive place and all, it controls the choice. Like that person will love to wear silk clothes. So it is not possible for anyone to wear silk clothes every day. But Venus in good position, that person loves silk clothes. So how will you understand if you saw a person only once and that person was wearing a silk that day, he or she never wears a silk or expensive clothes, then the Venus is not good. No, you have to observe that person for a longer time. If someone is close to you in your friend circle, in your family, you can cross check it is. If the person is having good Venus, the person will wear either silk or if not silk, even expensive branded clothes, this kind of things. Or even that person is not wearing expensive branded, but the clothes are very beautiful, like Venus in Piscean. Those are very creative. Piscean is the most creative sign, and Venus exaltation point, that is Revati, is even more creative. It's most creative, you can say. So Revati Venus, that person will wear anything which is very creative, and not always those are expensive, but those will look expensive. Materials should be, there is more possibility that material is pure, pure silk, pure georgette kind of thing. Silk is more inclined towards Venus, or Venus is more inclined towards silk, but it is. Now, who is having debilitated Venus? I have seen at least 5 debilitated Venus who loves shiny clothes, which looks like silk, but those are artificial art silks. Those are not original silks, and I have seen them wearing, how can I can explain that, net saris, like nowadays those net saris with flowers and all tucked in that, or the synthetic ones. There are some cheap synthetic, there are some expensive synthetics, but synthetic ones. There are some saris, like some pure silk, which may cost 12,000, and that someone is wearing replica, which is synthetic, uh, that artificials, it looks like silk but it is artificial, and that is 600 rupees cost. And you cannot say dress sense of a person is good with debilitated Venus. Dress sense of a person with debilitated Venus is not good, if, but it can be like shadowed if a debilitated Venus lives with someone with exalted Venus or Swakhetri Venus kind of thing, and they buy. It is better that the debilitated Venus person should not buy their own clothes. They should depend on someone who is having Swakhetri or exalted Venus to buy for them. Then it is impossible to catch by the dressing that this person is having debilitated Venus, or that basic tendency of a debilitated Venus is, वो मूवी वाला जो पल्लू उड़ रहा है उड़ रहा है उड़ रहा है, जो 5.5 मीटर्स का होने से, 5.5 मीटर का होने से पल्लू उतना बड़ा तो नहीं होता, बट हिंदी मूवी जैसे होता है 15 मीटर का साड़ी, क्योंकि they do that imagination kind of sequences. So 10 मीटर का खाली पल्लू ही है जो उड़ रहा है आसमान में. So all these impractical ideas about love and clothes and all synthetic kind of material, those come under debilitated Venus. We're gonna I'm confirm. And debilitated Venus, many of the debilitated Venus are actresses, models, beauticians. I know three beauticians who are having debilitated Venus. They are good in makeup. So, exalted Venus also can be beautician, but that person depends more on natural look. So, if I compare exalted Venus or Swakhetri Venus is eating good, having good habits, sleeping well, having good habits too, so that the glamour comes from inside. And debilitated Venus is doing makeup. Three makeup artists I know who are having debilitated Venus. So whatever flaw, they will not care about whatever flaws you have on your skin, कि ये फ्लॉ है, ये फ्लॉ है, whatever फ्लॉ है, इसमें आपको ये खाना नहीं चाहिए, ये कम सोना नहीं चाहिए, रात को मोबाइल लेके नहीं करना चाहिए सर्फिंग. दे विल नेवर से, दे विल से ये खरीद लीजिए, वो खरीद लीजिए और ऊपर से लगा लीजिए. स्किन आपका अंदर ख़राब रहे लेकिन ऊपर से ये वाला जेल लगा लीजिए और ये लगा लीजिए सीरम, वेरी एक्सपेंसिव एक्सपेंसिव थिंग्स. दे विल always like suggest you so that your skin looks flawless after makeup. Exalted Venus means they are beautiful naturally. I'm not talking about Venus with Ketu, Venus with Rahu kind of thing, but only exalted Venus, that too in a good position, Kendra or Kun. I have always seen, they are very good looking and naturally good looking. They don't like put on so much of makeup to look good. They have inner glamour, because this is the difference between, like in lifestyle, exalted Venus we maintain something so that that beauty and glow comes from inside. And in debilitated Venus, you understand it very well, because actresses, models and beauticians are having debilitated Venus because they believe in false beauty, जो एक्चुअल ब्यूटी नहीं है, जो फॉल्स ब्यूटी में बिलीव करते हैं. दोज प्रोफेशंस, ऑल ऑफ देम कम अंडर debilitated Venus. Now, exalted Jupiter and debilitated Jupiter. I cannot discuss all the nakshatras here because it will take long time. If you take only Pushya, okay, if you take only Pushya Jupiter, then Pushya Jupiter, Pushya Jupiter can be owner of a small hotel also. A Pushya Jupiter can be owner of a small hotel also, who feed in less price. You will always see a Pushya Jupiter can be owner of a food shop, owner of any kind of food shop. And if they are not owner of food shop, if they are politician, if they are teacher, if they are doctor, if they are in different kind of profession, but not owner of any kind of like food industry or hotels and this kind of thing, fooding lodging kind of thing, if they are not doing that, even then they have a tendency to feed others. Why? Because Jupiter, one of the best nakshatras to hold Jupiter is Pushya, and Pushya is about portion or motherhood. So what is the function of a mother? Mother always takes care of you. So mother always takes care of the food and taking care of the like well-being and everything. So fooding, lodging kind of things are taken care of Pushya Jupiter, taken care by Pushya Jupiter. Now Punarvasu Jupiter, Ramchandra had Punarvasu Jupiter and Moon, okay, in Cancer. So Punarvasu Jupiter, I have seen at least 5 to 10 people who are having any one planet in Punarvasu, not Mars, because Mars in Cancer is debilitated. I'm not talking about Mars, but Jupiter, Venus kind of planets, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus kind of planets in Cancer. I have seen in Cancer, in Punarvasu especially, I have seen that they are having jungles around their house. I have a friend who is having 3 planets in Punarvasu, and very surprisingly, shockingly, she lives in a very crowded colony. But in front of her house, just near the front gate, there are 20 to 30 trees. Only that small patch of jungle is there in front of her gate, because she is having 3 planets in Punarvasu. So always that small patch of forest will be maintained in front of her gate or behind the balcony. Previously, she was having both places in front of her gate and behind her balcony. Both the places were occupied by it. It was forest kind because Punarvasu is forest, it is not garden. But even a Punarvasu Jupiter can be a gardener. Punarvasu Jupiter can be a gardener also. सो जुपिटर एक्साल्टेड होने से इतना गरीब होते हैं क्या, दिल के अमीर होते हैं. नाउ धनिष्ठा, यू कैन कंसिडर धनिष्ठा जुपिटर. धनिष्ठा जुपिटर इज ऑल काइंड ऑफ डांसेस, लेस म्यूजिक, मतलब लेस वोकल, बट डांसेस एंड स्पोर्ट्स काइंड ऑफ, जिसमें हाथ पैर का एक्सरसाइज होता है, इस टाइप का जो इट कैन बी डांस, इट कैन बी एनी काइंड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स. So all those comes under Dhanishta Jupiter, and Dhanishta Jupiter is finance also. They provide uh, job to others. Their thought moves around how to provide, how to acquire money. You have never seen any Jupiter in debilitated Jupiter who has left the property to their siblings. You will see many exalted Jupiters who has left their properties to their siblings कि कोई बात नहीं ले ले. मतलब if most of the time the exalted Jupiter people, they don't have like craze about uh, power and all, although Jupiter in Cancer is very good as politicians. uh, Naturally they get power. I have seen Pushya doctors also and all, everyone almost in Pushya Ascendant, Pushya Moon, Pushya Jupiter, and other planets even in Pushya are having lot of property and all, but they don't have that. How can I say? They are much lenient about it. Things come naturally. But Jupiter debilitated, Dhanishta Jupiter, it does not come. Most of the time, it does not come naturally. They like three siblings are there. There is a property, and they will claim about the property. Ki, I want that one third portion or whatever. Means they claim about property. They claim about money. This much amount of money. Uh, Means Dhanishta. What do you understand? Dhanishta is about sports. Dhanishta is about dance, physical, any kind of physical activity, and it is also about finance. Okay. So definitely, when Jupiter is in a nakshatra of finance, that person will not be lenient about finance. Okay. Dhanishta, after that, Shravana. Shravana, Jupiter, I have seen psychologists. They listen to others and solve their troubles, all that kind of things. So, Jupiter exalted, they speak, they give lectures, and people are benefited from those lectures, and they are most of the time teachers or doctors or in this kind of professions. And most of the time, I told you always, they are more lenient about money and fame. But they are very forgiving. They are very forgiving. Debilitated Jupiter are very vindictive. Now it is not always like that. They are very forgiving, so they don't take any step to take any measure when someone is doing something wrong to them. They do take measure, but it is in a lenient way, not harming others, but creating a distance. But debilitated Jupiter are vindictive. If someone intentionally or unintentionally cause them hurt, they will definitely do harm to them. But it is not always true that they will be successful, but they have that vengeance that mm, this person has not done good to me, this person is wrong to me. So this way or that way, wherever I will get my power, I will utilize my power to like control that person, because that person has caused some harm to me. Sometimes that person has not caused any harm intentionally, but unintentionally something happened that that person felt, the debilitated Jupiter felt that this person should not have done this. So I have not explained all the nakshatra, and neither I have explained all the qualities of all the nakshatra. It is not possible. Only a little bit of exalted, debilitated Venus and exalted, debilitated Jupiter. Okay, bye. Have a nice time.